Yo, yo, yo. Big Daddy back up in this spot. Ready to drop it like it's hot. Welcome everyone once again, man. This is King Mount Zion. Stepping up to the plate, man, to get my food on it so I can eat it up. And come back and holler at my good people, my family all across this earth, man. The earth that the Lord created for us to inhabit this place. That's what he did, right? So we all just want to stick to the plan that the Lord made, man. Don't try to implement your own situation up into the occasion because it won't work. It's just really a tick-tock time, hours of glass upside down waiting on you to die when you go against what the Lord say, man. I've been really contemplating this week. Every week, this is not something that I do for play, man. I want to put that out there first and foremost. I don't play pretty much about anything unless it's spades. I love playing spades, you know what I'm saying? So I play about that, joke around, laugh, hee, ha, ha, goo, gaga, all that with the spades. But when it comes to the word of God, man, like, you have to be educated enough and have gone through enough in this world that you must understand, man, it's time for you to give all your energy to this understanding, because this energy can actually save your life and extend your days on this earth, or it could shorten. It's up to you. You only get what you ask the Lord to give you if you really knew how he get down. He only give what you ask him for. That's why you must read the Bible to understand what make him angry, happy, sad, glad, and all that, and what he expect out of his people and the people of the earth or other nations as well, man. The Ten Commandments is universal. It's just, when you get down to the Torah and the Tanakh, now we're getting a little more specified. And the earth made it like that. His plan was to love everybody. His plan was for everybody to get on the ark. But there's a situation, man, that really bothers me, and this is what the Lord told me to do this week. I had real plans, of doing something that I thought that's what it was, but it always like that, man. About a couple of days before the week is up, bam, he'll hit me with it. We've been so used to that smooth talk and soft talk and baby, honey bun, sweetie pie, juicy fruit, all that. We've been used to all that, man, because that's what we was conditioned to present through our captivity. Because this is a captivity, man. Everybody can go home except for you, Israel. You just think about that. And just because you're born in the oven, do that mean you some damn biscuits? Where you born don't mean who you are. What in the hell is anybody going to understand that nobody can tell you that wrong is right and right is wrong, and it's a fact. You got to accept it and live it and die by it. That choice belongs to you, whoever you are that's listening, whoever you are. Man, this is just going to be a journey. We live every day, right? So this podcast, this show here, man, is about a journey you must take, man. And everybody got to take it, because everybody go into the ground or get burnt up. Think about that. They say there's all these many different paths. Why it all end the same and begin the same then? The first thing I would like for y'all to understand, man, is for real, Satan is real, man. And every choice you make has a situation tied to it. You may think, oh, this is just what everybody do, man. Hey, everybody do this, man. Everybody can't die for you. They can live and party with you, but they can't die for you. They can't do that. So you must really understand how important this is, so that you can say, you know what, whatever go down, I chose this. Or no, man, I was bamboozled. I was hoodwinked. I was run amok. Whatever we want to say, but you fell for the okie doke. So my job is to wake up my people, man. For real. That's what the Lord told me. And he told me to confess his name unto the Gentiles. Gentiles is a twofold word. It could be an Israelite or it could be a pure Gentile nation. But they keep trying to keep you away from the table of nations to tell you who's who and what's what. But Israel uncircumcised is a Gentile. The uncircumcision for Israel is a conversation, not a one situation. Abraham gave the beginning of it, but Christ gives the ending of it. He's the fulfillment of all things that's written. To the law and to the prophets and the Psalms of David. That's why you can find out. And Revelation, that's why you can really understand, man. This stuff is too deep sometimes for people, man. It's too high for a fool, just like the Lord said, man. Everything that he said, you refuse to go by what he said. You want to go by what you want to go by. And look at what's happening, man. Hey, I watch TV and YouTube like everybody else, man. And if you think we as Israel is winning, man, I don't know what game you watching. I really don't. I don't know what game you could possibly be watching, man. At all. But we was given a situation called the law, statutes, and commandments, and no other nation was given it. I don't care who don't like it, but you got to show me where another nation was taken to Mount Sinai and talked to the Lord face to face, as much as you can see through all that light, which Moses couldn't see nothing but the body. It was the angels that taught Moses the law, because the angels got a law. Why you think the fallen angels took that oath to go against that law? But these preachers got y'all jammed up, man, like for real. It's pitiful. Just like the Bible say, in the last day they become false prophets and teachers. I wanted to show you guys one thing, man, to kind of start this lesson off, man. We're going to go to Genesis 15 to understand, man. to understand. You can't get past the beginning, man. You can't rewrite history either. Just because it's a new conqueror, it don't mean you're going to reerase the previous that got to him. He took it over from that. And it ain't too damn hard to understand when you buy a car from somebody or a truck or a house or any kind of purchase. But when it comes to the Lord, man, you want what you want, don't you? You want what you want. But check this out. I'm bringing y'all back to a moment in time when the Lord told Abram, not Abraham yet, but Abram, how he was going to bless him. When Abram thought through the flesh, because that's which way he was thinking, that he done figured it out about him having kids and stuff like that, because he was an old man now. So there was things Abraham was lacking in knowledge, even as an old man. Because the spirit is the highest form of intelligence. Everybody got one, but they don't know who that is within their own selves. And they say they are solid, like a rock. Are they? If you don't know who you are, how the hell you going to tell me who the Lord is? Unless he's with you. Now, that could possibly be. But then once again, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, we'll find that out too. So Abram, not Abraham yet, 15:1. After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceedingly great glory, great reward. I am thy exceeding great reward. I'm thy shield and thy reward, thy great reward, exceedingly great. And Abram said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and a steward? That's like a servant. A steward is a servant. When you go on a train, stewards, porters come out and take care of you. Feel me? So a steward of my house is Eleazar of Damascus. That's up around Syria area, where Paul was walking on that road, and the Lord spoke to him in a great light in the Hebrew tongue, not English, not Greek. And Paul was born in Europe, Greece, Rome, all over there. He spoke both languages, and he spoke Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, not Yiddish. Man, just accept what the Lord say, and your life will be better, man. And don't be butthurt. If anybody in this world got a reason to be butthurt, it's the people that came on the transatlantic slave trade. And there was no Bloods or Crips or GDs or Vice Lords on that ship. Remember that, my brothers and my sisters. Who taught y'all that? You can't find it in the Bible, but you can find it in the history of Israel. There were gang wars back during the Roman Judean wars, 1 and 2. That's where the word Sicarii come from. Not Sicario, but Sicari means assassin with the hoodies. Yeah, the hoodie's been back. I've been telling everybody years ago, hoodie's back, y'all. Here come the numbers. 607 Unk and 423 Gangsters. And that's what it was, man. And Josias documented it. We don't know our history, man. And it sickens me when people are giving all this credit to other nations when it belonged to really you, Israel. Trojans, Dardius, a Judite. Book of the Kings, second book of the Kings, tell you that. They try to change the names and say, oh, no, that's Brad Pitt. That's what they say. But you just stick to the word of God, man. You won't go wrong, family. You're going to have to get your head bumped and bruised because Israel, you hard-headed. But the Lord told Abram, and he told the Lord, I got Eleazar of Damascus in my house. He's going to inherit all my stuff. Because back then, it wasn't the same as right now, y'all. They had different codes of community living. And that other nation person would have received exactly what Abram said. And he said, and Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be your heir, but he that shall come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thine heir. No, Abraham, you got it wrong, man. Ain't nothing too hard for the Lord. Ain't nothing impossible, my brother, my servant, my friend. You are obedient unto me. My word shall be fulfilled within you. I told you I was going to give you your land for you and your children, so how you not going to have children? We got to learn this book the way it's meant to be taught to us, through the Spirit and with love and with a hard-ass fist. And don't be playing about it. I'm here to bring back the real, man. I ain't playing with nobody. And he brought forth abroad and said, look now toward heaven and tell the stars if thou abest to number them. And he said unto him, so shall thy seed be. Man, you're going to have more kids than the stars in the sky, my son. I'm going to bless you, man. But you got to believe in the Lord, man, like you believe in that pistol, like you believe in that pack, like you believe in anything, your car, your money, your house. See, they taught us wrong, family. They taught us to turn our back from our God and walk toward their God, and taught us their culture, and they stole ours right in front of our face. And there was nothing we can do. We would have no might in our hand. A might is a military. Because that's what happened when you curse. I read it to you already, man. Please let your soul absorb the vibration of what I'm trying to give you, man. Because I had to go through a lot of pain to get this, man. And it made me stronger than the word, homie. I don't let nothing deter me, stop me ever since I met the Lord, man. For real. It would have been dangerous to see what it would have been like if I'd have had this in my age of my strength physically. Ooh, wee, baby. But it's the same. Spiritual power is the greatest strength, man. I can see what people think when they talk to me. I can hear them. They just don't understand, man. There ain't going to be no shucking and jiving and ducking and hiding, man. You're going to be out in the light, and I'm going to see you. Before you even thought about it, man, I done changed you from saying it. Because you don't even want to start those kind of games with me, man. Please don't. And behold, and he counted it for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought you up out of Ur of Chaldees. Chaldees is like a Canaanite word, man. See, they be flipping and flopping and switching and stopping. Then starting again, flipping around, turning around upside down, and here they come around the outside, inside. You got to be on your P's, Q's, man, when you're dealing with certain spirits out here, especially if you are very talented as a young person. You got a special kind of shine on you, man. If they don't turn it, they'll burn it, man. And many turn. No diddy. Everything he said is real, y'all. But wait till I show y'all this. Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit. And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, take me a heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. Now, the knowledge for understanding for why the Lord asked for these particular creations that he created. Man, why even anybody even attempt to try to play talking about they can understand him? You can only understand what he allow you to know. But this flesh thinks that it know what the God that created it knows. It's pitiful. And that's why it comes sometime, man, it's better to have pity than mercy. For real. Because all we understand is reach out and touch somebody's head, swell it up real nice. That's all we understand, man. Beating on each other, man. And then after that, they'll do right, but only until you keep your strength. What's gonna happen if something happens and you lose that? And he still get. It's just a never-ending circle of death, man. I done been to a lot of places, and that condition that they put on this earth is amazing, man. Cause it's everywhere. They don't even gotta have classes on it no more. Because once God put it in effect that you're gonna be this, or it's gonna be that, it's gonna be that. I'm gonna skip right to it, man. But I just gotta go. No, I can't do it. Because watch this. Now he asked for these particular animals, and he took unto him all these and divided them in the middle, and laid each one piece against another. But the birds, Lord have mercy. Why the bird? But the birds he divided not. I guess the birds are a little more special than the rest of these animals, huh? Because he didn't cut on them. He divided them not. That should let you know there's something about them that's clean. To him. Right there. That should let you know that. Because he didn't put the knife to them. Or he didn't command the knife to be put to them. That's heavy, man. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was gone down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, and horror of great darkness fell upon him. A horror of great darkness. Who y'all think that is? Or what y'all think that is? I know what it is. Without even reading another sentence. I'm telling you, there's only one description to that. And he said unto Abram, who's he? The Lord. That's that dark and horrible day. You better believe this book, man. And no, the Lord will not let this book be tampered with to the point where it's going to be changed. Nothing's going to change. He just like feeding the flesh of the devil-ass mind person that think they can get a group together like the Council of Nicaea, the Council of Laodicea, and all of these are seminary colleges that teach philosophy, hypothesis, psychology, theology, thesis, anything that's opposite against the truthful statement that's made to divert you from the truth and give you a lot of if, and, buts, or maybes. But think about it this way. Oh, no, it really means this right here. No, man, the Lord said what he said, man. Accept it and shut up. Shut up. Because you're going to have to do that anyway. Trust me, it's going to be a day coming that you're going to have to do that. When he come, I do not promote violence, actually. I want that to be known straight up. I don't promote no kind of going out in the world and breaking no laws. I'm not the person for that, because that means that you know better than the Lord. If you got trust and faith in him, man, all the evil stuff that's been done, he got an answer for it. And when you read the scriptures, He'll show you. He got an answer for that. Everything. He told us in Psalms, man, all we got to do is pray. Just pray for our enemies' children, and he will give them to us for an inheritance. We've been that's what the curses are reversed on the other nations, y'all. All we gotta do is pray. And I'm gonna prove that King David was a prophet, along with everything else great he was. He was also a prophet, which you never heard these preachers tell. But the Bible tells you King David was a prophet, as well as a king. And as well as the holiest man that ever lived on this earth. And think about it, Christ lived on this earth. What can make King David more holier than the Son of God? Who is holier than the Son of God? The Most High. That's why he's called the Father. But this is all a lesson that I shouldn't even said that, because I don't want to deter nobody, because this is real heavy, truthful things, man. The truth is always heavy, man. And he says, and he said unto Abram, know for a surety. And that means, hey, man, for sure, man. You gonna do that for me, bro? For real? For sure? For sure, man. For surety. For sure, man. That thy seed shall be a stranger. Now, the seed of Abraham goes like this according to the Bible. So I'll make sure everybody stay on the same track before you fall on your back and be looking like that. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham had 7 sons, but the Lord considered only Isaac will his seed be called. So it says, thy seed, that means from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob and the 12 tribes will inherit the land of Israel. No matter what this world say, no matter who they have over there right now, it do not matter. Because they're not doing what the Bible say do anyway. The Bible say when the real Jews get in the land, there shall be war no more. They shall study war no more. There'll be no more wars ever. Ever since day one, they've already broken that prophecy. So the Bible must not be talking about them. Because they've been fighting since the first week. And the president of Egypt at the time was on Time Magazine, they said, will there ever be peace? Look up Time Magazine 1950. 1949, 1950, that Egyptian president. He got one of them long names, man. But I tell no lies in the flesh or with the sound of my voice, man. Ain't nobody in the world that important to me for me to tell a lie. For real. So, dude said, they said, will it ever be war between you and the Israelis, the Jewish people? And he said, there could never be peace. And they said, why? He said, because the real Jews left black and came back white. I like to fell out. Man, when I seen it on a video, man, I couldn't believe that. And that was before I even knew I was an Israelite. I hadn't been sick yet. I hadn't had a bone marrow transplant. I wasn't educated with I took biology like everybody else in high school. I took that shit, but not like cancer stuff, man. They talk some big, long stuff in there. But my wife worked there, so the Lord had prepared me for what I was going to have to go through in life, man. He prepared me for this. That's why I don't feel normal, man. I really don't. And anybody that know me for real, they'll tell you, oh, he told me right there. Yep, that's him. But he said they left black and came back white. That's why we know there can never be peace. They ain't the people. This is the Balfour Agreement in 1948 between U.S., France, and England that they made after World War One. I'm pretty sure, I think that was, and they finalized it with the Balfour Agreement in 1948 and found the Dead Sea Scrolls in 1948 in the Qumran Mountains. The same mountains that the Essene priests separated themselves from when Israel was going wicked. They stayed over there, and they kept all the ancient books, and that's where they found them. And the Greek interpretations of the Dead Sea Scrolls and everything like that was off into a cave by itself. They didn't have it connected with the Paleo-Hebrew because there was the Israelites in Egypt that wrote the Septuagint, not the Greeks, not the Caucasians. It was the black Israelites that had converted to Greek, just like Alexander. He did all that. When he whooped your ass, all the men that you had in your land that was strong and big and looked like they could fight, he'd make them go join the army or die. It's always been convert or die for Israel. It's always been like that. Ask Muhammad. But this right here is going to explain why the American transatlantic slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade even happened and was fulfilled. And this is why, from the beginning, he wrote the ending from the beginning. That's the God I serve. I don't serve no other God. I don't serve no God named Jesus. Because that's Zeus. That's Baal. That's just trickery. That's not real. So, he said, and know for a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land, America, and the west coast chain of islands, from Cuba all the way to Haiti, the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's why every year you watch the Olympics, you're just watching Israel. Hey, you watching Israel, man, especially in the 100 yards and the 220 and all that there, the 400 and the... Man, hey, listen, you watching Israel, man. That show you how much we scattered is the Olympics. It's right in front of your face, man. It's right in front of your face, family. Them black dudes from Barbados, from Antigua, all these islands, certain parts of Africa, is all the 12 tribes of Israel. See? Know for a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 400 years. Listen, and also, also the nation whom they shall serve will I. What did he do to the Egyptians when we came out of Egypt? What did he do to them? So he said, in the future, I'm going to do the same thing, but this is what he said now. Watch this. He says, whom they serve, the nation that they will serve, America, I will, Cuba, Puerto Rico, everywhere where we at. They're still ran by America, though. I will judge. So he's going to judge America for everything they've done to us. That's why I'm saying, family, why do anything? Why do anything to, man, endanger your life, your freedom? I was going to do it cost you some money, man. Trust me, it's going to cost you some money. When they come and talking and walking and slogging and blowing down the door and all that, it's going to cost you some money. Trust me, I'm telling you. And if you ain't got that bag, baby, it's fucked up. It's going to be bad on you. I'm telling you. So Now, check this out, man. We're going to keep on going. I got something for y'all tonight, man, because I told you, I'm going to tell you everything they don't want you to know. I promise you that. Because if I don't say it, who going to say it? Everybody else want money from, I don't want no money, man. I promise you, you will never have to send a dime to this channel, man. Not a dime. Because whatever we need, the Lord has already gave it to us, man. And give it to us every day. Because I put all my faith in him, man. I don't trust nobody except for the woman in my bed. Straight up. Because everybody will tell you a lie. They'll tell you a lie. That's been my experience. They'll say they ain't, but they is. They'll say they is, but they ain't. It's just hard to trust, man. 30 years, I done been blessed to look at the same face every day. And so is she. So now I don't be doing too much trusting, man. I got partners that I deal with through time, situations, and conditions of situations. And through those situations and conditions, they have proven to me that I can present them with a portion of my trust that nobody else would ever get, ever. But because of these guys, the people that I know, that I done shared intimate experiences with, is different. It's different, man. So you just gotta make sure, man. Everything you get into in this world, make sure the people you dealing with is some solid people, homie. Because for a little bit amount of money, people start stealing. For a little bit amount of money, man. I just ain't never felt like it was necessary to steal anything that you can work for. Whatever it is, you can work for it, man. It ain't the most shame and no gain to work for. And after these I will judge, the Lord said, bless him. I will judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But here is the money shot to the dome, two-tap, cold slab, negative 55, baby. But in the fourth generation, they shall come again hither. Hear that? So you be dead and gone, but you're coming again in the fourth generation. So at what Einstein said, E equals square MC is whatever, energy never dies. Man, like, that's what I'm saying. People rather listen to the person talking about the Lord than take what the Lord say. He said you never die unless you have that lake of fire. But you don't remember from one life to the next. But you have deja vu. Man, I try my best, man, to be compassionate. But some people just seem like they want to be dumb, man. So I say, be dumb, dog. You got that right, man. You got the right. Go ahead. Flex it, man. To the best. But the Lord said in the fourth generation, you shall come hither again. For the iniquity, this is the, man, for the sins, transgressions, iniquities, whichever you want to say, of the Amorites is not yet full. See that? So these people say the Canaanites are dead, the Amorites, the Edomites, they all dead. They all dead. And 2 Ezra 69 says, and Esau shall be the end of the world, and Jacob shall be the world that follows. But the churches And the preachers preach that they all dead. They was destroyed in the Old Testament. And that, like, why would they sit there and tell such a lie, man? Knowing that the Bible speaks the opposite of this, man. Why? Why, family? This is something to really think about. And they want to give you money. They want you to give, no, they want you to give them money. They want you to give them money, man. What, 3 times a service? That's why I don't deal with the churches, man. I don't deal with them churches, man. The Lord just showed it to me one day, man. And it just angered me so bad, man. I said, Lord, have mercy. This is crazy. And, man, just think about how much they use the church to keep us all messed up. Just think about it. How much they use the church, man. And they put a black dude up there too, man. And I want to go and show you this now. I think it's in 2 Chronicles. Yeah, 2 Chronicles, 11th chapter. I'm going to show y'all when all this started, man. I'm going to show you. There was a great split in Israel after the death of King Solomon, with Rehoboam and Jeroboam. And Rehoboam was Judah king, house of Judah, and Jeroboam was the house of Israel, which later became Samaria, and they went into the east of the Ethiopian River in Africa to a place called Azareth in Africa. Azareth. I got the picture of the map and everything. I can show y'all. But they teach that Azareth is in America and try to make the Native Americans the house of Israel and have all this confusion, making people fight each other. But when you talk to the real Aztecs and the real, like, Mexicans and Native Americans, they tell you they worship the Thunderbird. The Thunderbird, man. And the great spirits of the animals. And they deal with the moon and stars, but mostly Turtle Island. Turtle Island. It really, the Canaanites is running the world, man. The Canaanites and the Edomites. Before I go to 2 Chronicles, I'm going to put a pin in it right here. And I want to show you that it just came across my mind, man. We're going to the book of Psalms, 149, 147, 19, to show you. No, excuse me, Lord. That's for later. I'm saving that. Psalms 83. To prove what I tell you, I'm telling you the truth. It says Psalms 83, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. Keep not thy silence, O God, and hold not thy peace, and be not still. For lo, the enemies of God, thine enemies, Lord, make a tumult. See, sometimes they use these words like tumult, and they want you to do exactly what most people do. They get confused. They don't know what it is. They just keep reading. But that's not doing it decently and in order, as commanded, family. If you a real truth searcher, man, you're going to be diligent on finding out exactly what's the vibe, man. What's the flow, how it go, what's the get down. Because that's what mean everything, is the get down. What's this about, man? What they trying to say? How does it affect me? For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. A tumult is an evil gathering. It means that a back door finna be played on you, man. In layman's terms, somebody finna try to come and get you. And they got a plan. That's the tumult, man. And they that hate thee, see? That's how it started. Man, that's a lesson I got to do in the future to show y'all how all these hate and anger and wrath and envy and these evil spirits came down on this earth, man. You're going to be surprised to find out how they actually came down on this earth. It's going to trip you out. I'm telling you, man. The Lord is beautiful when he tells me. It's a lot of good things coming into the future, man. If the Lord, bless me, man, to be here and drop it on you, man. I'm telling you, the people that watch this channel, man, and listen, man, to me, man, they're going to get some stuff that it's only a rare few people going to understand, man. And I'm not looking for no big following either. That's not my purpose. I had to explain that to a few of my partners, man. That's not my point, man. I'm not looking for money, and I'm not looking for fame. Don't want that either. Everything people think that they be looking for with their podcast, I already got it. I don't look for something that's unnecessary. And trust me, it ain't what everybody crack up to be anyway now. Because more money, more problems. That's a fact. You got to be solid, strong, man, and know how the games is coming and how they looking as they coming to you, man. Because I'm telling you, everybody got a story, man. Everybody got a story, man. Everybody that done been hurt, everybody got pain, man. That's what that's the world. The world did that to you. I didn't do it. So, no, you got to be real with this, man. Because it's your life that's on the line. But all I want to do is do this, man, to show the Lord, man, I do care, and I thank him for saving my life, man. I mean it. Like, for real. That's what I mean, man. Like, I got to keep my energy, man, like, in control of it, man. Because I love hard, straight up. I don't play about it. And I ain't scared to admit it. I'm a real dude, man. If I love you, I love you, man. I just don't like games at all, man. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. Leave me out of it, please. But here we go. This is going to show you who these people is. Thy enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against the hidden ones. Who the hidden ones, family? Man, that's the priest, man. That's the one that teaches. That's the important ones, to keep the whole nation together through the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. That's why the prophets and the priests and all that is so very important, man. So very important. That's why it's so very important to other nations, because they took everything out of Israel, man, to create their own nation. Straight up. I can prove that so easy, man. And I think it ain't too hard to understand, man. I don't think it's too hard to understand. They said, come. Thought I was playing, didn't you? Huh. Thought I was playing with you, huh? They say, come. Let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles, that means the houses. Back in the day, a person would be described from the house of this man, the house of that, the house of this, the house of that, like we from the house of Israel, you know. That's how it went down, man. They don't have to say they Mr. Robinson over here on South Cherry Drive, Hoochie Coochie, Louisiana. No, don't talk like that. They talk like how they talk, man. It says they have been consulted, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles, the houses of Edom, our brother. Edom and Jacob were brothers, born together through the same man and woman, Isaac and Rebekah. Genesis 25:25, I can prove it, man. Everything I tell you, I can prove, homie. Because I done been intimately dealing with this book for almost a lifetime, 18 years. So what I'm telling you is what I'm showing you that I do know. If I don't know it, I ain't going to speak on it. Straight up. The Ishmaelites. Ishmael was Abraham's first son. See that? So him and Isaac were brothers. These are, watch this. Edom, the Ishmaelites, the Moabite, the Moab, Ishmaels of Moab, Ishmaelites of Moab. See, here we go. That's very interesting. See, back in the day, these were the Chinese. But what they are now, I don't know. Because the Chinese was from Lot. Moab, daddy was black and his mama was black. And over there in China is what everybody can see, that can see, right? The Hagarenes, these are the Arabs or Africans, one. The Gabal, that is Biblios. Look at that. Biblios, where all the Canaanites was living. And Ammon, that's the Japanese. Ammon is the Japanese. And Amalek. Amalek is Esau's son, or one of them, or grandson of one of them. Esau, but he's an Edomite. The Philistines, Goliath now. Goliath now is a Philistine. And the inhabitants of Tyre, that's like Og of Bashan, and Jabin, King Jabin, who had the 900 chariots of iron metal, 4,000 some years ago, man. Iron metal chariots, horses covered in like armor. Just how advanced these Canaanites was, man. They wasn't no dang what they try to show you they is now, man, like in a caveman walk around with furry boots. No, man. No. That's a reset. These people were highly advanced, man, in metallurgy, making of all type of witchcraft, mastery of the roots in the woods, jewelry making, charms, making of swords, knives, blacksmithing. These people were highly advanced, man. Straight up. Ballistas. I don't know why. I do know why. But it's just amazing to see how they try to teach you. It's like all like a caveman walk around with clubs. No, it wasn't like that, man. It wasn't like that at all. Highly advanced, they taught backwards, man. But Abraham was told that in the last days his children would have to go into slavery in the land that wasn't theirs. And later on it tells you that they're going to serve other gods made of wood and stone, gods that their mothers and fathers have never known. And they shall sacrifice their children to Baal and Moloch. Look at the Bohemian Grove. It don't take too much to find out who's who and what's what, homie. But some people love the position they in this earth. They don't want to lose that. Nobody wants to lose their power, man. But the Lord wrote it. Whatever he wrote in this book, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, family. Please have faith in your Messiah, man. Please have faith in your ancestors, family. And to the other nations, man, these Gentile, pure Gentile nations. You got to remember, the Lord was even the first created being of all creation, even on that side. But the foundation of being spoiled through philosophy and vain deceit, over time, you can write yourself out of stuff. Or if you want to be counted as one of the righteous, then you let your conscience be your guide, man. And save your soul. Because them curses is real. And when he switched them on the other nations, that's going to be real. Everything he wrote is real, man. It's just so pleasant. Every once in a while I meet somebody, they be like, no, man, I know that the Christ in the Bible, he's black, man. And I be like, man, you the first white dude, or man, it's a trip to see a white dude actually. I said, at the end of the day, it matters to the Israelites, man. I said, but the fact that it even mattered to you, that you would even accept the truth of it, that shows righteousness within you, buddy. And I mean that. And, so I know Christ is over there. I know he is. But, man, find a needle in the haystack sometimes, man. But nevertheless, the needle is still there. The needle's still there. Still in the haystack. Keep running your finger through there and you poke it, you'll know it's there. I promise you, you'll know it's there. But family, I'm going to keep it around 50, like where it is now, about 55, 57 minutes, man. I ain't going to just overwhelm you with 2-hour lessons. I don't think that's necessary. My brother in New Mexico pointed that out to me, which I agree with. Out of love, this my brother, he loved me, I do know that. And I love him too. He do know that. He gave me a bone marrow transplant. And for that, man, like this dude, he just don't realize, man, how much I care for him, man. And God did that. God did that. So I'm blessed. Just like he said, when he sent a Savior, it's going to be a man. And my brother, Herman, thank you, brother, for that beautiful gift and that love. God bless y'all, man. Until the Lord give us another week, y'all see me again, man, in the spirit, but hear me in the flesh. Peace and blessings, man. King Mount Zion stepping out up on this thing. Peace.